Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and today I'm going to be continuing our discussion about children's book authors by discussing with you a little bit about A.A. Milne and his fabulous books for children, which include the poetry books When We Were Very Young and Now We Are Five, and of course the wonderful childhood favorites of Winnie the Pooh and the Adventures in the 100-Acre Wood. Alexander Milne, or A.A. as we know him today, was born in Kilburn, London, and grew up at Henley House School, where his father was the head director and one of his teachers was H.G. Wells. He attended Trinity College in Cambridge and graduated from there with a BA in mathematics in 1903. During his time there, he wrote for and edited the Granta, a student magazine. He and his brother Kenneth collaborated on articles that gained the attention of Punch, a national humorist magazine, where he eventually became an assistant editor. Alan Alexander Milne served in both of the world wars, even getting injured during the Battle of Somme and being recruited by MI to write propaganda articles for them. He retired from the military with the standing of lieutenant. In between everything else, Milne married Dorothy de Selincourt, known as Daphne, in 1913. Their son, Christopher Robin, was born in 1920, and in 1925, A.A. Milne purchased the now famous country home Cochford Farm in East Sussex. The 500-acre wood outside East Sussex was what inspired the 100-acre wood for Winnie the Pooh and his friends. From 1903 to 1925, pre-Pooh time, A.A. Milne contributed humorous stories and essays to Punch, becoming an assistant editor in 1906, where he met E.H. Shepard, a cartoonist who would eventually become his illustrator as well. During this time, he published 18 plays, 3 novels, including a murder mystery entitled The Red House Mystery, and 4 screenplays filmed in 1920 by Minerva Films. Those were entitled The Bump, Twice Two, 5-Pound Reward, and Bookworms. In 1924, Milne published his first collection of nursery rhymes and children's poetry entitled When We Were Very Young, illustrated by E.H. Shepard. One of my all-time favorite Milne quotes was during that non-Winnie the Pooh time, as he was looking back in about 1926. He said, "The only excuse I have ever yet discovered for writing anything is that I want to write it, and I should be as proud to be delivered of a telephone directory con amore as I should be ashamed to create a blank verse tragedy at the bidding of others." Of course, before we talk about A.A. Milne and how he wrote Winnie the Pooh, I'm the type that likes to get the facts in order, at least when it comes to my favorite books and authors. So we would, of course, need to start with Finding Winnie. This is a fairly new um, picture book that is written by Lindsay Maddock. It is the true story of the world's most famous bear, and it is the story of how the real Winnie came to be at the London Zoo and how Christopher Robin became friends with her. It focuses more on how she was rescued and taken to the zoo, but at the end there are a couple of pictures about Christopher and Winnie getting to know each other and playing together. That this entire story is very interesting, and the illustrations by Sophie Blackall are really cute. So you definitely need to check this out. I've just made a complete review, which I will link up in the corner here. Though he had previously appeared in a Punch poem entitled The Teddy Bear, Winnie the Pooh's first official appearance was on December 24th, 1925, in the London Evening News, in one of my absolute favorite stories about Winnie the Pooh entitled The Wrong Sort of Bees. The following year, in 1926, Winnie the Pooh was published. with the house on Pooh Corner following in 1928, and sandwiched between them, the second children's poetry book, Now We Are Six. All three were illustrated by E. H. Shepard, who used his own son's teddy bear Growler as inspiration for Winnie the Pooh. Along with Now We Are Six, Milne published 4 plays during that 2-year period. A. Milne became very frustrated with the success of his children's books for a variety of reasons. He had a great reputation as a playwright, just like his idol J.M. Barrie. He was always aiming to write whatever it was he wanted to write, and Christopher Robin was growing up, and Daphne and Christopher were his inspiration behind these stories. So he didn't really feel inspired to write anymore after Christopher started to grow older. At one point, Christopher Robin actually was so tired of being known as Christopher Robin that he wanted to change his name, and he got over that fairly quickly. But his father didn't read him a lot of the stories as he was growing up either. They lived them playing with the dolls, and then A. Milne would go back and write the stories out. So Christopher Robin got more stories read to him by like P.J. Wodehouse than he did by his own father. That bump in the road did smooth out as he got older, and A. Milne passed away at the ripe old age of 74 in the year 1956. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I would love to suggest that, along with finding any other of A. Milne's work, if you are looking for a great audiobook to listen to, possibly with children, check out the audiobook version of Winnie the Pooh, read by Peter Dennis. Christopher Robin has said that Peter Dennis's voice is Winnie the Pooh to him, and when I listened to that version, it felt like Winnie the Pooh to me too. I'll leave you now with Pooh's words. If there ever comes a day when we can't be together, keep me in your heart and I will stay there forever. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.